the Radio Misfits Podcast Network.
Welcome to the Winemakers. This is Brian Casey with Danielle Langlois, Bart Hansen, Sam Couturi. Sit back, pour yourself a glass, and let's see what we're getting into.
Our guest approves. That's all that matters.
Well, she was like, I haven't been to Walla Walla in a really long time. Actually, that's not true. I was there 2 years ago.
That's a long time. That's the last time we were there.
When you work for Decanter, you just get...
Oh, stop.
You travel all around the world. You kind of forget.
I don't, actually. I travel all around Sonoma County.
Well, there's a lot of Sonoma County.
I know. Oh, I know.
Welcome to the Winemakers, everyone. We got Anna Carolina Quintela on from Decanter magazine. I wanted to do something a little different this show. I want to just do some shout outs.
Early shout out.
Early shout outs, because
There's all kinds of shit going down.
there's all kinds of stuff going down, and I don't want people to have to wait until the end to... First of all, I want to say happy 10-year anniversary to our friend Todd Jolly at Sonoma's Best.
That's 10 years, man.
They had a little party last night. I don't know if you saw the post of the wines that they were drinking last night.
I'm sure they were terrible. I'm sure they're just shit they found on the bottom shelf in the back corner, right?
Yeah.
You didn't hide it?
I didn't get invited. Yeah, I was
Yeah,
back in my bags.
and then Todd did a really funny thing. He posted like A, B, C, D, E, F, G of like 3 or 4 bottle shots, and like, which one would you prefer? And Burns was quick to respond with one that he said, if you don't pick that one, basically you're a moron.
Kevin Burns, Instagram wine influencer, early Instagram wine comment troll.
Right. So, happy anniversary, Todd Jolly.
10 years and 100,000 followers on Instagram.
Yeah, he's killing it.
Crushing.
Crushing.
Yeah. My banger.
Sir, it's certified banger. We want to let people know that we have officially announced the Red, White, and Rosé party here at 16600 on June 28th. And Hattie Craven's going to be playing again for us. We're going to do it here at the tasting room. Dusky Estes is doing the food. Anyone that doesn't know Dusky, her and her husband, John Stewart, not the John Stewart, the other John Stewart, used to have a restaurant. No, used to have a restaurant in Sebastopol in the Barlow. I believe they raise their own pigs, and they have a company called Black Pig, and they do bacon and hot dogs. She's going to be doing her food truck. Reach out to us here at the tasting room, or just go on the website, hit events. You can get a ticket for that. Wine Club members, if you're listening, you get a promo code.
It's in your text message.
It's in your
It's
text.
not in your text message. It's because you unsubscribed from text messages, and then it's not our fault. You don't know. Pay the $42.
There you go.
Or resubscribe to the text messages, damn it.
We are going to be at Blood of Gods, which, hey, kind of cool. We poured this one first because this is a Walla Walla wine. We are going to go up to the Blood of Gods July 18th. If you haven't been to Walla Walla, go to Walla Walla. And if you're going to go for this event.
If you're going to go because that's when I'll be there. Not you. I mean, not me.
There's just going to be a lot of shit going on.
It's hot in July, huh? There?
Yes.
Yeah, it's going to be warm. But luckily, Jasmine is so funny. She was bummed.
Luckily, everybody's going to wear black. It'll be fine.
We got an Airbnb and ours doesn't have a pool, so Jasmine was really bummed. But then our friend Barbara got an Airbnb with a pool, so we will be able to hang out at the pool. I think we're barbecuing one day. And then Jasmine and I are going to go to Lake Cole and do a tasting at the schoolhouse.
Did you get that set up?
Yeah.
All right, I'll hit up the frog for you.
Oh, cool. Yeah, if we can get the crazy Frenchman. Our friend Kelly Cornett is going to head up with us.
I think we didn't kick Kelly now. I think Kelly's... Well, she's long-listed by some shit that I didn't know about until she got long-listed, and now I want to get long-listed by it.
Kelly Cornett from A Cork in the Road podcast and now official wine reviewer. She reviewed our Auditet Oakville Grenache in the current issue of Blood of God zine. If you haven't received it, if you don't subscribe.
It's the strongest opening we've ever had. We know why we save these things to the end now.
I know. Sam, you're going to be in New York, May 13th, Moon Mountain District tasting at Flatiron Wine and Spirits.
So public tasting Flatiron Wine and Spirits on the evening of the 13th of May. If you're in the trade, we're doing a masterclass and a trade tasting earlier that day at the Vintus offices, but free for trade. But we need RSVPs. We need you to.
How do they do that?
I'd go to Moon Mountain District website, Moon Mountain District Wine Growers Association.
Cool.
Or the Vintus New York website probably has a link to it also. Quite at the Vintus offices. Thanks to our friend of the pod, Rodrigo and Far Mountain.
Yeah, there's gonna be some baller wines.
Yeah.
Last but not least, the winemakerspodcast.com website is up. You can get right to the podcast through the website. And there's also bios. We're doing a featured wine of the week. This week just happens to be Danielle's Gamay, which we all kind of fell in love with when we tried it on the release show. So go check that out.
Everybody's got bios but me.
Well,
which is fine. Listener contest. Who can write the best bio for me?
it says something like soon to come or something. I don't know. So there's a picture of you, but yeah, there is no bio, which I don't think you need one.
Merch? Do we get merch?
Hey, great idea. I have made t-shirts for the Winemakers Podcast. I have never sold them, but I can make.
My wallet.
Okay, I can make some. Actually, I have one in the back of my car. I'll just give it to you.
Awesome.
Do you like purple?
I do like purple.
Okay, you're gonna be in heaven. You're gonna be sporting the purple Winemakers Podcast t-shirts. Right, that's it. I think that's
all right. Great show, everybody.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Well, you wanted to. How did you guys first hook up?
Oh, wow.
It sounds like I have good timing. I just didn't got my credit card I left here last night.
Yes. Yeah.
That sounds like I have really good.
You guys go ahead.
A customer left his credit card here. Like it's like it's like
That happens all the time when you get truly good wine and
too much fun, too much good wine, too much good music.
It's lovely. That's lovely. You and I?
You found me. You found me about a year ago when you were writing an immigration story.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
And you called here and talked to Tristan.
Yeah.
And
I don't know who I talked to, but I
and
talked
Tristan.
to somebody, yeah.
Your
cell phone.
My cell phone number.
Yeah, and I found you through Jennifer, Liberty Ducks.
Oh, friend of the pod, Jennifer Reichert.
Yeah.
And
Finn's mom.
Finn's mom,
Yeah.
most importantly.
Most important.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
said other titles, but
Yeah.
now it's Finn's mom.
I think that's her most important.
We owe all of this to Jennifer Reichert, right?
Yeah.
Oh, duck daughter.
Yeah, I did exactly what I said. Liberty Ducks.
Yeah. Shout out Petaluma. If you grow up in Petaluma, you know Liberty and you know Petaluma Poultry. Yeah, and you know Clover Stornetta. Those are basically your...
I just know the duck part.
Yeah.
But
Every restaurant I ever worked at in Petaluma, we had their ducks on the menu at some point.
a lot of restaurants claim to have their ducks, but it turns out not all Liberty Ducks are true Liberty Ducks.
Just have their name on their...
Right, yeah. That's what I heard.
Yeah, it kind of created like a brand. And yeah, like Hudson Valley Foie Gras, right?
Can we say that anymore?
Yes, I think it's
Can we?
cool again. No,
Again?
no.
I don't know.
There's so many other things that are more uncool than foie gras these days. That
Well, there's a list of things that are less cool than foie gras.
As far as people didn't like is that they thought that they were all being force-fed. And I always had a theory that just like humans, some are overweight and some are not. Why don't we isolate the gene in these geese or ducks that makes them want to eat more than they should, and then we'll just raise more of those. It's not like we're forcing them. Oh,
Yeah.
it's so much.
to me, it's like the same idea with sausages. Do you want to know how they are made? So why do you care?
I've made sausage at home before. There's no surprise.
So there is a foie gras producer in France who has, instead of raising the geese or the ducks, set up this is actually from Chris Cottrell, set up a natural environment that the geese want to come to every year, and then with the food that they need to engorge themselves, because they do it to themselves, and then he harvests the animals that way. So it's totally like natural foie gras. Right. I'm sure it costs like fucking 5 times as much as regular foie gras, which is already expensive. But maybe if you go to a Chris Cottrell party, he'll hit some with his
I'm not invited.
Well, I think nose to what do they call it? Nose to tail is a better way of going about eating your animals anyway. Like, eat everything. Don't just harvest the filet mignon and throw it away.
I'm from Brazil, from northeast of Brazil.
You guys eat some beef?
We eat everything. Like everything. You know what we eat? And people are going to be scandalized by that. Armadillo.
What?
It's not like, oh my goodness, it's in a restaurant. But in the countryside, like my grandparents had a goat farm at a place 200 kilometers, 300 kilometers from Fortaleza, my hometown, like in the middle of nowhere. And they were really poor. I never saw them eating armadillo, but there were stories. But I saw my grandpa hunting one. So yeah, I didn't eat it, but
I feel like there's not a lot of meat on an armadillo.
Right.
Shell.
I want to know how you cook it. Is it like lobster, where you just kind of throw it in the pot? You know what I mean? All that shell, you just throw it in the pot, and then you bring it out and you...
Dude.
Huh.
Yeah, you got to cook that for a long time. I think eating the armadillo is more about all the other things that you put in that pot with it. What do you pair with an armadillo stew?
Syrah.
Yeah.
From the rocks.
There you go. Well, what are you working on now? Tell us what exactly is your title for Decanter, and what are you normally doing?
What I normally do. So I am the Sonoma correspondent for Decanter magazine. So I cover all Sonoma County.
How many regions get covered by Decanter? Is it every state?
In the United States, we right now only have Jonathan Crisati in Napa Valley, me here officially. Vanessa is a girl that also covers a little bit of the Central Coast, but she lives part-time in France, part-time here. And then Maya Johnson, she covers the Finger Lakes. She's quite cool. We had Clive Pershouse covering in Washington and Oregon up until a month ago, but he left, and we are still up in the air with knowing what's going to happen to those regions. And yeah.
So all the other wine growing regions, like in Maryland, Virginia,
right.
Texas.
We have collaborators who are tapping into those regions. There is, I forgot his name right now, but it's a really cool dude who lives in Virginia and is covering Virginia wines. Other regions, like adjacent to Sonoma, I try to take care of them because a lot of winemakers in Sonoma make wines from other regions too, like Anderson Valley, the Santa Cruz Mountains, Lodi, Contra Costa. So I inevitably end up like scoring those wines as well and covering those regions.
How do you feel about Anderson Valley?
I love that place.
I've hear more and more people talking about Anderson Valley just recently.
Really?
And they say that we need to go up and meet. So,
Have you ever spent any time up there?
no.
Anderson Valley's cool.
I was actually there, not yesterday, but 2 days ago, because I was on a wine trip with the Wine Institute and a bunch of international folks like writers and content creators. So we went up there for half a day. It was quite cool. I wish we had more time because it's a very little valley, but there's so much to see. And
Well, it takes a long time to get there from anywhere.
right. Yeah.
Half a day in Anderson Valley, half a day to get there.
Right. We departed from Healdsburg, so it was just an hour and a half-ish to get there. But on a bus, I really recommend you drive yourself if you get car sick because it's rough.
That's a windy road in.
Yeah.
And mostly Pinot? Like, that's all I think I've ever...
No, they actually, the valley started with Alsatian varieties. Like in the 70s, the Navarro family, like if there was a ton of Gewürztraminer. It's actually still the most planted white variety.
Yeah, where does it all go? 'Cause
Navarro, or that
Listen, they make a really good Gewürztraminer juice. My daughter drinks liters of that.
They do like a verjus. That was one of the verjus that I could get.
No, it's a straight up juice. Juice. There's not even the verjus itself. It's just like sweet. Like there's all the sugar from the grapes. Totally, yeah. And there's a lot of Pinot, and there is a history with sparkling wines because in the 80s, Roeder bought a estate up there, and they're actually one of the biggest growers.
Well, then there's all that like Syrah, the like Yorkville Highlands, and all the like sort of like the ridge lines
Mendocino Ridge.
around Anderson Valley. There's with that what's that vineyard?
Valenti.
Yeah, exactly. That is that with like Pax and
Yeah, Pax, Drew, Minus Tide. Valenti is an interesting vineyard actually because it sits on both AVA's Mendocino Ridge and Anderson Valley. So you can.
Mendocino Ridge is an AVA?
Yeah.
Had no idea.
Yeah. It's.
Have you ever had a wine from Mendocino Ridge?
there's that's and that's not the vineyard that I'm thinking of. There was a Syrah vineyard. It got covered in the Chronicle. Esther wrote about it in the Chronicle a few times.
I'm trying to remember.
Sorry. Wow.
Nonetheless, there's a lot of really interesting stuff. Like it's a true. Well, you pass Boonville and you start going to Philo. It's a true cold climate region.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they have their own language.
Literally.
Yeah. Budling.
Bootling.
Yeah.
Budling.
Ross Kennard speaks Bootling.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's studied linguistics at UC Santa Cruz, and his
That's pretty cool.
like topic that he wrote about was Bootling.
When I was there a couple years ago to work on the vintage report for Anderson Valley, we tasted all the dosation varieties within a Navarro family at their house. Pretty intimidating couple, by the way.
In what way?
They one of the founders of the valley, and they old and they have that presence, I mean, so I remember she sat, the woman sat right in front of me, and she would lock her eyes with mine, and I would be like, yeah, it was hard to not pay attention because sometimes you really just want to be on your zone when you're tasting. I was like, I'm here looking at you. Yes, ma'am. Situation. But what I was saying, I was tasting, they do speak Bootling. That's when I was.
Oh, they were speaking Bootling? They're probably like talking about too.
Probably. They do speak Bootling between themselves. But it's something from pre-Prohibition, I heard.
Yeah, it goes back, or it goes way back. And there's not a whole lot of Bootling speakers left. It's sort of
right.
An endangered species.
So how do you is there a hierarchy with Decanter? Like did people who want to cover Napa and people who want to cover Sonoma County, and you kind of wait for someone else to step aside?
I can actually write about whatever I want, but I only score the wines from Sonoma and those adjacent regions, or the regions that we don't have a designated correspondent to. Like
you're an
Napa.
official scorer?
I am.
Can we get into that a little bit?
Yeah. Do you want me to score your ones? Is that how you want to get into it? Or do you...
No, we're working on that.
Yeah.
You're coming to do the Moon Mountain District next month.
I'm going to.
I'm just curious how, like, let's say it used to be like people would post their like 85s or 86s. Now, the only thing I really see posted is like 92 or above. It seems like no.
Do you want to see more of the 85s? I don't know.
I don't, but I'm wondering, 85
people, yeah.
Actually, 85 out of 100, like, actually is a pretty solid rhyme.
Right. If you were in high school or, taking a test, every test I ever took, I got an 85. I'm like, fuck yeah, B. What's a B? It's a B, but it's a Petaluma B plus, maybe.
B plus. Well, how do I explain this? Here's the deal. I have a very complicated relationship with scoring wines. I don't really know if I have a fully formed opinion on how useful scores actually are for consumers this day and age. I understand that they are valid sales tool and wineries rely on them heavily more some wineries more than others, obviously, but I myself try to be very careful, and I probably take way too much time deliberating into each score that I give. So for all the winemakers are waiting for these scores right now, just hanging there.
It's coming.
It's coming. Because I know that how much this can be weaponized.
Yeah.
And I'm not in this business to throw anyone under the bus. I love California wines. I love the wine community. I want everybody to thrive and to be able to be making excellent wines. I want nothing but to be drinking great wines all day long. When that is not a reality, my approach, I don't taste blind. So that's also unique to me and publications who don't taste blind. Like, I don't think that Wine Spectator and Wine Enthusiast could do that because they have a different protocol. But because I don't taste blind, if I receive a sample that I believe it's at fault, I will contact the producer and say, hey, the wine didn't show well. Would you like to send another sample?
And has that ever happened and they send you another sample and it tastes the same? The fuck?
Right. Yeah. And if it's something that the wine is a little mousy and there's...
Banana.
Yeah, it's a little weird, like VA and stuff. I try to fully understand what it's that winemaking goal, what's that style. Because I even in tasting Sonoma County, I can never taste a Pinot from Russian River in the universe of all Pinots from Sonoma County. Pinots from Russian River, I'm comparing them to other Pinots from Russian River, not from Pinots from West Sonoma Coast. Or, I can't. But that's not something, it's not parameters I was given. This is my own thing. I think that's, part of who I am also.
But the scores are supposed to be like, the higher score should mean the truest representation of that varietal, right?
Within a region.
Within the region.
Because if you guys are the ones constantly telling us that this one, it's supposed to tell a story of a place, there's a strong sense of a place. Look at the terroir. Look at the fog rolling in and out, this and that. So if I don't take that into consideration, because it's actually true, different microclimates and soils will make different wines, then what's the point? I didn't create a 100-point system. So if I could, I would use something different.
Like what?
I don't have the answer for that.
Is there...
My daughter goes to college and I have a little more bandwidth to think about it. And then I can come back and give you...
She's the same age as Althea, so...
Correct.
Oh, you got a while.
First grade is right.
Is there... Does the actual, deliciousness of the wine play a part?
Obviously.
Like I would totally drink this just because it's so freaking good.
Obviously. I myself don't care about the label. I'm actually super anti-wine as a social currency. I don't really care about any of that. I actually, if I could, and that whole culture of signaling exclusivity, I would.
But you are also not tasting blind, so you're tasting things where you've seen the label and sometimes you know the pedigree and the history of the winery that you're tasting. And
but that can, yeah.
Sure, somewhere in your brain you're like, okay, these people don't make 85-point wines.
There's always room to fuck up. There's a 1,000 different ways.
Glad you said.
Yeah, there's 1,000 different ways to broom to screw with perfect, pristine fruit in a cellar.
Yeah. Here's what annoyed me the most about scores is that it seems like Chardonnay, Pinot, and Cab seem to be the only wines, maybe Syrah you could throw in there, that seem to be able to get 100 points, whereas a Sauvignon Blanc or the one that really annoys me, can we talk about rosé? Have you ever given a rosé like a high 90s 100 point?
I have.
You have?
not 100. I've only given one wine ever 100 points.
What was it?
It was the Cuvée Elizabeth 2023 from Occidental.
Oh.
And I gotta tell you why. And the way I see scoring is it's really close to photography. It's a snapshot of the moment. The way a wine shows in a given day, in a given moment, it's not the way it's going to show later that day or a different day. So that day, that wine felt complete, spectacular. I have talked about this to a few people, including John Bratcher during the Wine Writer Symposium. And he actually asked me to write a story about it because to me, it was like, when you walk into a party and it's going to be amazing. Everyone dressed really well for the party. It looks beautiful, the place that you're walking into. The table set, the landscape, everything is just amazing. And everyone is looking for the places and mingling and happy and this and that. That's a 98-point wine. This wine, people were sitting down. They had found their places. They were eating. They were drinking. They were happy. That was 100.
And the right song was playing in the background.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
You little Bad Bunny going on.
Devi tirama.
There we go. That was something when I remember talking to Jeb Dunnick one day about the scoring for rosés, and then I think the answer was wines that weren't aged in oak for some reason, like didn't really score as high.
But there are some rosés that see oak, neutral oak, and I think it's like I have given high scores to rosés that have a lot more complexity, and I'm really big on texture. I love texture in wine. I love that because I think it helps to bring out like a lot more of the aromas too. Like it's so, for instance, a rosé that I love that I have scored highly for 2 consecutive vintages is the Hirsch rosé. I really like that rosé. It's delicious. I think I wrote in one of my tasting notes like an awarded afterthought rosés because there's a lot of rosé Sane or like, oh, we have this extra fruit. What should we do with it? Let's do rosé. That is a rosé that you should really pay attention to. It's really, really, really good. And it's been consistently good for a few vintages. I think Michael Cruz makes her rosé and her Chardonnay as well. So, yeah.
And then is it weird that you now have all these winemakers using different vessels too? Like when they started using amphora and going to concrete and then doing, a lot of stem inclusion, carbonic stuff. To me as a somm, I think it's really difficult in a blind tasting nowadays when they pour 6 wines to pick out because nothing's varietal specific anymore, because you used to think of like, okay, this is Chardonnay in French oak. It has these particular flavor profiles. And now it can be, who knows what the fuck they did with it. There's so many different ways that they can make wine now that it seems like there's no rules.
I embrace like all those different techniques and yeah, I like it. And again, when it comes to texture, I think using different vessels and different fermentations, it helps a lot. I actually can pick up like concrete quite a bit. It's quite easy.
Or minerality.
Yeah, man. It's funny. Is this whole conversation with minerality? It's
Do you believe in minerality?
Oh my goodness! I used to, and then I was when the wine writing symposium with the geologist. What's his name? Alex. I forgot his last name right now, and he's a scientist, and his scientific explanation to it makes a lot of sense to me. And I'm a very pragmatic person, so I was like, damn it. I don't think I can believe in it anymore. But there's a sense of minerality. And that's what I try to convey in my tasting notes. I don't say like minerality. It's like it's a sense of minerality, which is different because the roots of the plants are actually not capturing any minerals because the minerals are only in the rocks, not in the soil per se. So, when you have a lot of clay or it's a more heavy clay soil, you're not going to get a lot of minerality, even if people say so.
But that's why I think white wines, in my experience, white wines are more transparent in minerality. I tend to pick up minerality in white wines, very rarely in reds, but because I think they're so transparent. But even on this wine I just poured the Ojai Mountain.
Is this second?
The Roticella is
I really like that.
fantastic. Yeah,
Yeah.
Acid on that was killer.
And you know what I liked about it? It's 65% Viognier, but it wasn't like stone fruit in your face. It was very restrained.
Or orange.
So yeah, there's a reason that they put that much in there because it's not like a popsicle.
This is Ojai Mountain White.
And this was bottled, when was I up there bottling wine?
It's reductive.
2 days ago? Yesterday? When was this bottled?
2 days ago.
2 days ago. And what is the real story with this vineyard? Because it's a partnership between Eric Bradley and your dad, or you're
No.
consulted on it?
My dad is consulting on it. Eric's consulting on the winemaking and making at least some of the wines, if not all the wines, at Repris. It is on the top of the mountain of Sulphur Mountain, above Ojai Valley, and not far from the Pacific Ocean, like close to the coast.
I've seen pictures of the vineyard where you're looking at.
You look at it like the Channel Islands. Yeah, it's pretty wild, and it's
What's the blend?
2,000 feet elevation.
We don't know.
We don't know exactly.
There's some Chardonnay.
I think it's White Rhones.
Really?
I mean,
Because it was just bottled. I don't think there's any tech sheets out there.
There's is a bit reductive.
Yeah.
well, it was just bottled, and
It's a 20. Oh, it's a 20.
That's what I'm saying, though. Is I too, in a blind tasting, might call this out as a Chardonnay.
Let's see. Maybe we're very, very wrong.
I'm texting somebody.
Oh, you're texting somebody. I thought you were going to the website.
Website
There is a QR code, though.
websites don't tell the truth, do they? I don't believe anything I read on the internet.
Noted. Oh, yeah, right. I don't know. It's just I don't think that wine scores should be used as a sales tool. That's just my hot take. But
You know, very.
but I understand. It's like it's also the nature of the tutorial business these days. It's just like whenever we can, like, monetize something, like putting under.
Hope it helps to sell the wine.
Sure, but that's the thing, though. I wonder, really.
Does it really?
I don't know.
I don't think as much as it used to. That I talk to a lot of people that come in the tasting room, and very rarely do people mention scores. We get really high scores here at 16600, and we don't actually talk about it. We have 97s and 98s on some of our wines, and it's not like we put it the next day on Instagram and brag about how we got a 98.
The tasting house.
Right.
But many brands do. Many wineries do, right? So,
Sure. But I wonder, I just had some people that were in here the other day that I knew what kind of wines they were going to like because they were talking about scores. And so I was like, oh, and they were telling me the wines that they were drinking and telling me what the scores were on the wine. So I'm like, oh, we're going to do a different taste.
would you mind me asking the age, like, group?
They were probably 60, but
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I've been noticing these days. Like, people, it's not that the young generations do not care about differentiation and exclusivity, but it's not through luxury anymore the way old generations did.
Where would younger people even see a score?
Right.
Like if they're not reading Wine Enthusiast or Wine Advocate or...
That's the reason why they're posting on Instagram. That's why wineries are posting scores on Instagram. Or
You post your scores on Instagram, you tag their reviewer in the publication that posted it, and you hope that they reshare it.
Right. Yeah, that's
That's the game, isn't it?
that's a game, and I feel like I'm playing this game completely wrong. I'm better.
That's why you're on our show.
Right. I'm barely on social media. I do have an Instagram, but it's a private account. Same as my friend on Instagram.
Mostly for Grateful Dead concert footage.
Correct.
So the Ojai Mountain White Blend, Grenache Blanc, Picpoul, Roussan.
Picpoul. Yeah.
Picpoul is having a moment.
Brian's favorite variety.
Is that right?
My favorite variety, but I was lucky to get in on the ground floor, I feel like, with Picpoul in terms of California wine drinkers because I was working at the Grow and the Fig. And so I created a category for Picpoul on the wine list because they do Rhone only. And so Randall Graham, Bonnie Doon was the first one that was doing it in production amounts that you could actually get it and put.
Yeah, how many could you find, period, to put on that section of the wine list?
It was hard at first.
Yeah.
Now you can find people, Annaba's doing it. They were one of the first ones where they had just a small vineyard here that they were making Picpoul, and I had to beg them to hey, let me get some of that.
It was peel off a case and
right.
Tablas, obviously.
Tablas.
Which I think
Tablas was a no-brainer. Yeah, we always had fun shit from them, but
yeah, Jason told me, wrote a piece about Mediterranean varieties in California, and he actually said that it's never been easier to sell Picpoul than now. Because what those young consumers want is like light, refreshing, high acid wine.
Can we talk about that a little bit?
Yeah.
Is that do you see that not even with just white wine, but with red wines that people are looking for lighter, fresher expressions of the variety?
It's funny because I was super convicted that was true until 3 days ago when I was with those all those writers and content creators from all over the world, and they were obsessing over big oaky wines. And I am so confused. There's a lot that I saw during those last 4 days that I need to unpack, that I'm still processing, because we tend to close ourselves in a bubble here in California, and it's really easy to believe that what we know, it's what everybody knows, what we like, it's what other people like. And it was a big wake-up call because overall, with the audience that I reach, that is true. Like, they want lighter, refreshing, easier, in a way, wines. But there's still people out in the world that still value, they still link quality to oak usage and extractions, like this density. It's really strange and it's very confusing to me because I think that everyone knows that every critic has a specific palate, and especially those that are been doing this for many, many years and decades. And I tend to gravitate towards wines that are like more restrained, high acid, but still not compromising with in texture and flavor in any of that. So it was weird to see that some people are still really, really into those highly extracted oaky wines.
You filmed that answer too?
That's the cut for
Instagram. We're starting to do these things now because we have a website.
Do I look good though?
Yeah, you look.
Was that the right angle? Was that the right side?
It's actually not. This is
I know. Anna was supposed to be shooting from like up above. I've learned over the years,
Yeah.
Women are like, no, higher.
I'm over 40, so you really need to be careful.
We can put like a black dot over your face. Like
It's gonna go on Instagram. It was a future.
No, it's gonna go.
Please.
But that was a big topic at the James Suckling event that I went to in San Francisco a couple months ago. They were James himself was talking about how people are
the tasting at the
Presidio or at
no, it's the Marina.
So that was the tasting in the afternoon, but I was at the two kind of like master classes in the morning. And
Because I was at that tasting. I go say hello to my competitors.
it got like 45 minutes in, it got out of fucking control, and I couldn't even be upset.
I need to give a shout out to James right now because he.
Oh, good. He listens, I'm pretty sure.
I don't know. James Suckling. I really think that he is doing a really good job in trying to
100%.
keep those prices low and to reach more consumers. Like, so listen, I think we all need to do that. It's wine. We are gatekeeping wine.
The $300 walk around tasting date.
Yeah.
Fuck.
No. Can we end that?
Yes.
When is the meteor coming for those? Just kidding.
I think it came. I mean, honestly, people are trying to do them still, but
it's not okay. You can't complain that you're not selling wines while you're still gatekeeping your wines to most people because you want to reach. Who's this person?
So he was on the Somm team when we showed up.
we're now showing
Pictures.
When we showed up, we were told to wear a specific clothes, right? We were black fancy shirts and black blazers, black pants. And then when we showed up, they said, "Oh, James wants you guys to wear the James Suckling T-shirts." And then when we put them on and put our blazers on, what showed was suck, right?
Guys,
And we just thought that was
so what it does in the post for this episode, you should definitely include.
You know, I'm waiting for a check from James, so maybe I'll wait until the check clears before I mess with my money.
We got scores from James Suckling that I haven't seen because I haven't found somebody to lend me their login yet.
Oh shit!
I got screenshots.
Oh Lord, don't say that out loud.
Is Decanter like? How do people read Decanter? Is it mostly through online or is it actual?
We still have print, and it's once a month. So this month, by the way, I wrote a piece about Sonoma Chardonnay. It's in print in the May issue. So
I did wherever you find magazines.
And what was the idea behind the article?
It was to highlight, to speak to the diversity of styles that you can find in Sonoma County, because I think out in the world, they still live with this idea that all California Chardonnay are the same, and it's under the stigma of battery and oaky, which is to say that not even that is wrong and outdated, that stigma itself, but Sonoma County, just within Sonoma County, there's so many different realities. Like from Carneros to Annapolis is a whole different world. It's a lot. And I drive all over, so I know all those things that the people talk about, the fog, the moist in the air when the sun comes out, the different elevation and vegetation and soils. Like, so it's very evident to me. But it's unfortunately still something that people don't know out there. And out there, I mean, even for our consumers here in California too, I still find people who say that they don't like Chardonnay. Like it's the ABCs, right? Anything but Chardonnay.
It's the two responses that I get when people come into the tasting room. I say, "Is there anything you don't drink?" And I tell them, "Be brutally honest with me. I don't have any judgment on it." And the two things that I hear the most are, "I don't drink Chardonnay and I don't drink Zinfandel."
Oh, come on. I think they live under the same stigma.
Right. They think the Zinfandel is sweet and high in alcohol, and they think that Chardonnay is buttery and flabby. Because there's nothing wrong, actually, with some oak and some butter in a Chardonnay, but if it's flabby, that's one thing.
The best Chardonnays in the world,
Montrachet
have some fucking oak on them.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not necessarily, all raw, throw a name out, buttered popcorn.
No.
But Chardonnay is a variety that
can handle
and can handle, and probably in many cases needs it. I mean, the one that we're about to bottle is 3 barrels. One of them's the oak acacia barrel, so brand new. It's
cool.
30%, 33% new oak.
Yeah.
and it handles it really well and adds this, seriousness and complexity and texture that it needed.
But I think Chardonnay also is one of those grapes that you can go in concrete, you can go in amphora, you can go in stainless steel, you can do Hungarian, American, French oak, you can do light toast, medium toast. Like you can go in a lot of different directions. If the wine's good at the end of the process, who fucking cares?
That's what the blank canvas, right, for winemakers.
Totally.
It's a very transparent variety. Again, I think that we have a huge variety of consumers, so we should be making wine. I don't like the trend, following trends in any ways. So I think that it's good that there's diversity in styles because there's drinkers for.
What were some of the wines that you talked about in the article?
Let me see if I remember, because when you write something for print, you have to turn in like really early, like a couple months ago. So I try to represent like each APA. So there is Chardonnay from Sainsbury from the San Giacomo vineyard. There is Tom Roquilles from the Rachel's block. I really like that wine. Virgin River. There is a Hirsch Chardonnay from Hirsch Vineyards. That's delicious, yeah. That wine is delicious. And this vintage especially, it tasted like a rainy spring day. Yeah, it was 24. It was so good. So good. Yeah, what else did
It's like a rainy spring day.
Right.
That's why she's a wine writer and we're a podcaster.
And that translated to a 98. Rainy spring day is a 98.
So going back to your question about where we can find Decanter content. So there is a magazine, the print magazine, and then there is online. And online you will have premium content, what is behind a paywall, and content that's available to all people. Usually things are more news or like a roundup. The listicles go to the general public, and then more like reports and all those features and all those other things go on a paywall. So I think that there's only one level of subscription, or two. I think one is just for the website, and the other one is if you want to subscribe the website and the print magazine, which you can read online too. Is almost like in a PDF form. But yeah, that's about it.
And it's global, because I've seen there's European writers.
It's a UK publication, so the offices of Decanter are in the UK, the British people. So most of the editors that cover other regions are based in the UK, minus the people in Asia and us here. And then about 5 years ago, they decided to expand and have more of a presence in the United States. And that's when they hired a U.S. editor, and this person was hiring like proper correspondents here. And we have 2 issues a year that are dedicated to American content, which is pretty cool. I think there's a lot more to be done. I keep pushing, but it's a good start.
And it's not a pay-for-play sort of publication. If people are spending a lot of money in advertising in your magazine, do they maybe not get higher scores but get opportunity to be reviewed more often?
Not with me. I got to tell you that.
Okay, good answer.
Yeah, no, not with me. I don't.
No one's telling you need to go see these people. You need to.
No, and I don't base my reviews and who I'm visiting on business opportunities.
Right.
I mean, I know that would probably leadership would like me more if I was doing that to bring more revenue. But I'm a journalist. I went to school for journalism. I chose to be a journalist. I was a dancer my entire life. I loved it. I was a ballerina. I danced professionally. And when I left that, it was heartbroken. And I had to really think about what would make me happy since I wasn't dancing anymore. And I chose, probably very naively, to be a journalist, because now I understand it's not really financially like viable.
What were you writing about in Brazil?
I was a reporter for a daily newspaper, and I wrote about economy. I was in the business section of a paper. I loved it. I was really young, but it's pretty similar to what I go through in wine right now, because as I was, a lot of the key players in economy, like bankers and they white male,
Right.
and it was intimidating. And they made an effort to intimidate me. And that happens very often in the wine industry as well. Like,
More in Latino culture than American culture?
I don't think when it comes to man, that matters. A man is a man.
There you go.
I'm sorry. Actually, not. Sorry. Yeah. Not for that. Yeah, so... But I think here there's like an extra layer, because not only am I a woman, but I'm Latina. So very often there is this pushback. And I actually heard like directly from people like, "Oh, you're Brazilian? What do you know about wine?"
Which
Yeah.
I have to admit, I kind of had.
You wanted to ask me that?
I'm like, yeah, what culture do you know about? And then I did a little research on Brazilian wine industry, and I was like, oh, there's actually some really cool shit going on in southern Brazil with Portuguese, Italian families, and sparkling wine specifically is like...
Yeah, it's pretty old, actually.
1800.
Right.
Yeah.
I admittedly don't know about Brazilian wines as much as I know about California wines. It's awesome in a way, because that should tell you guys to give me more credit. And you guys, I mean the wine industry.
They're all listening.
Right.
Some of them, maybe.
Tune in.
Retention's low.
Well, we're going to really do a good job with this Instagram posts. How about that?
Should have been filming now, and damn it.
Like,
But talk about that, actually. Like, how do you go from being a journalist covering business in Brazil to the Sonoma correspondent for a UK-based wine publication? Like, there's got to be some steps and things that went down in between that.
Totally.
Or like, how did you? Yeah.
I moved here. I didn't really plan. It's like, oh, I'm really want to live in the United States. With all due respect, that wasn't really my dream.
mine either.
Yeah. Like,
I didn't even speak English. Like zero. That was 15 years ago. But I came to spend a couple weeks with a friend who was living in San Francisco, a childhood friend. He worked in advertising for a really cool agency, and got invited to the best parties in San Francisco. So in span of 2 weeks, I was just going to crazy, amazing parties. And I really liked it. I mean, I was 26 years old, single. That's the reason why I came, actually. I was in a relationship, and my fiance broke up with me, and I was devastated, and I needed to get out of Brazil. And it was few weeks before the holidays. So I really wanted to escape.
Wow, there's a movie.
Wow. But wait, there is more.
That was just the trailer.
So I come here. So I come here, spend those 2 weeks with my friend, decided to stay, called my editor, asked him to give me some vacation, because in Brazil, we all have like 30 days of paid vacation.
Yeah. Fast learner. And your face, America.
And asked for a couple of weeks. Those couple weeks went by really fast, and wanted to stay a little more. Asked him to fire me because I needed a severance package. I asked my mom to sell my car and wire me the money.
What kind of car?
I don't really remember what it was a Fiat, but I don't remember the model.
Yeah, that's fine. I just want to know.
It was a Fiat. It wasn't.
He was a journalist in
I was a
Brazil.
journalist.
No, he wasn't driving a fucking Mercedes, mate.
No. I don't think Mercedes were that popular back then, like 15 years ago. We had like a lot of French car brands like Peugeot and Renault. Yeah, Renault. What else? Yeah, so I then applied to a student visa to study English. So I can stay and I can actually learn the language if I'm going to stay, right? So I was going to English school. Then I realized that it wasn't going to be a fast process. And if I wanted to work, I would have to learn English a little faster or change careers completely. So I tried to do both. So I enrolled at the City College journalism program, just even though I had a bachelor's in journalism, but I wanted to, I don't network and understand how I could get in like the journalism industry here. But while I was taking English lessons too. Then I went to write for a bilingual paper, Tecolote, which is a paper in the mission, and was writing a lot about immigration issues, gentrification, here and there, some culture, like parties and whatnot, but basically that wasn't paying me a lot, obviously. That's when I decided to change careers. And I went to UC Berkeley has a program in the extension department in interior design. It's a 2.5 years program. I enrolled and it was like, all I need to learn is AutoCAD and other things, colors and other things. And I got a job with a firm that only worked with hospitality projects. So I met some hospitality people, including my ex-husband, who was a chef. And then we started dating. A lot of his friends were hospitality people, including front of the house, sommeliers, and I really
This is all in San Francisco?
All in San Francisco.
What years is this?
This is 13, 14, I would say so, yeah. And part of my college time was in Spain, in Salamanca, so I was drinking wine. In Brazil, I didn't drink any wine. I was a beer girl and cachaça.
Shout out cachaça. Yeah.
Not a lot of cachaça mentions on the Winemakers podcast.
Which next time we'll make some caipirinhas. So why don't we talk
Yeah.
about that?
That'll be a good show.
Yeah.
Weirder at the end.
Shout outs first on that show.
Always. Whenever you have me, you do the shout outs first because you never know how this is gonna end. Yeah, so I decided to study wine, and I was told that the CMS route was a good path. And so I did, and I'm a certified som.
So did you go to classes like in the St. Regis Hotel downtown or something?
No, they do like it's mostly like a self-paced, like the intro is all online, and then the certified is the self-paced study program, like that you have all the curriculum online, and then you do for a full day of exams, 2 days actually. Yeah, the theory and then the service and tasting. But yeah, so that's how my wine story started. But after that, I worked very little on the floor. And then...
Where were you working?
No, not Octavia. It's Michael Tusk too. Cotonia. Yeah, because my husband at the time, I don't want to give him... Let's not give him a shout out. But
yeah,
he worked for one of his restaurants. Yeah.
Okay. Which is where? Where is that?
It's in North Beach.
In North Beach.
Yeah.
We don't let him out much.
That's fine. Anywho, so after that, I had a job at Restoration Hardware as my position was a little interesting because I worked as a liaison between the hospitality team and the architecture team, working on all the hospitalities.
What a weird convergence that actually what you were being educated for was perfect for that job.
It worked out. I needed a job. I got a job.
Yeah.
Not a great company to work for. So I left because at the time, a lot of other things were happening, including me getting divorced from my husband and then I went home for a while, and I thought that I would just move back. Then I decided to come back, to move out of my apartment and put my stuff in storage and stuff. But then I met somebody else. It was my second ex-husband.
He got it.
It's always a good show when the guests start digging their own things.
Their ex-husbands. Yeah.
How chic is that? Like an old lady that has two ex-husbands.
Where's the old lady?
Me.
No. My God.
Divorcee episode.
Yeah, the divorce episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I started dating him, and then after a year I was pregnant, which is the best thing that has ever happened to me. I
Shout out Alicia.
shout out Alicia.
Yeah.
Alicia, she's the absolutely best. She's
And her and Up the Air like fuck thick as thieves instant night. From the moment she showed up at
at your dad's birthday.
the barn Vinyl Sunday last year. They were the
What's the name of the little dance group?
they were the
Oh.
the Abbey Road Dancers.
Abbey Road.
The Abbey Road Dancers.
They were so cute.
It was
Little routine.
it was Althea, Alicia, Quinn Langlois, or Quinn Luke, Danielle's son, and Sloan Cargis. Yeah, shout out to the Cargises. I'm probably saying that wrong. I'm gonna pronounce everybody's.
We say Cargis here.
Cargis.
We're not really sure sometimes.
We don't know.
Just like Giselle.
We've been told.
They listen. Is it
We've been told.
Giselle?
We're just
Giselle.
Giselle. Who's Giselle? Vincent?
I wish she has a wine club member. She can be if you want to be.
Buy the fucking winery, man.
Yeah. Or just come with that come visit.
Some of that Tom Brady.
Very Trumpy though.
Oh, of course.
Well, never mind everything I just said.
Yeah. She's a super Bolsonaro girl from very conservative part of Brazil, like south of Brazil.
That makes sense though, right? Wasn't it Tom Brady's ex-wife?
Yeah, but her new husband, a Brazilian guy, I think I don't know, jiu-jitsu instructor or something.
Right.
He is a very, very Bolsonaro.
You married her jiu-jitsu instructor?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, juicy. And she had a baby with him.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
We got so off topic. How
I know. So,
how did you
yeah,
start to work for Decanter?
Start right on that one.
baby. And I was out, like, I was a stay-at-home mom for 3 years.
Living where in San Francisco?
Then I was in Oakland.
Okay.
When right before I got pregnant with my daughter, I moved in with my boyfriend, her father. And that's when I moved to Oakland. But so when I needed to go back to the workforce, this is really cool. His story. I always get a little emotional when I talk about it because I was in a really, really bad place. Like I made a mistake of not having any savings. I was fully relying on that relationship and, people, as guests. And I'm a very polite person. I cannot see someone and I'd say hi.
It's Brazilian.
Yes. You're lucky I didn't get up and went to give them a hug.
That's actually how most tastings start here, so.
Bye. Come on in.
Wine Writer gives you a hug. Welcome to Winery 16600.
I fully endorse
Yeah.
tasting room.
But anywho, I was feeling really sad and a little hopeless in many ways, and fighting for custody was a 2.5 years battle. It's still up in the air, but anyhow. And I really wanted to eat beans. The beans are, I know, he's looking at
He's just so confused. Like, well, this story just took a turn.
I know. Because, beans are really, really big in Brazil, right? It's the most comforting food, like rice and beans.
Beans and rice.
I wanted black eyed peas specifically because that's what my grandma used to cook for me. And that's what we eat in no, and we eat in Northeastern Brazil. This dish that is like black eyed peas cooked in a lot of like crema and this cheesy cheese that we make that's called queijo coalho and a lot of cilantro. It's delicious, and onions and
How come we always record these podcasts at lunch, Brian?
I know.
The fuck?
Wow. So I Googled to
Mashed potato.
find
Open today.
I Googled to find black eyed peas in the East Bay, and I found it at the Monterey Market in Berkeley. So I took a bus. I didn't have a car at the time. So I took a bus, went there, and since I was there, got my beans. Since I was there, I saw like a block of like shops. I was like, I'm gonna take a look. I saw a wine shop, and I got in, and they had an amazing, it was more than a wine shop, it was a bottle shop. They had an amazing collection, like portfolio of Amari and other aperitif, and I love that stuff. So I was just like mesmerized and thinking, oh my goodness, I could buy this and this and that. And then a woman walks in and we start talking about it. I help her to purchase a couple of things, and then
You're already working?
listen. And then she's like, oh, I need to check out. Would you help me? And I'm like, I don't work here. And then she's like, oh, she's like, I'm so confused. So the owner walks out from his office and is like, who are you? And I'm so sorry, sir. Like, I really didn't mean to, to bother or walk like step on your toes. And he was like, no, wait a second. And then he helped her out. And then asks me, like, do you want a job? And I'm like, I do want a job. He's like, I'm not kidding. I'm like, me neither. He's like, come back tomorrow, we can talk. So I did. And he was like, can you start on Monday? That was a Thursday. And I'm like, absolutely. And that was North Bay Bottle Shop next to the Monterey Fish Market. And I will forever in Berkeley, North Berkeley, I will forever be grateful for that opportunity, because in the almost 2 years that I was there, I learned so much. I was tasting everything from all over the world, and I took the opportunity. I was like invited to all the trade, like talking to all the distributors, like, let me know there's a taste, and like tell me everything. So at the same time, I was on the 280 project, which is a viniculture project.
Oh.
Yeah, Chris Renfro. Thank you. Also, someone who changed my life. Yeah. So I was in this viniculture project for a full year. So working on going to vineyards and learning everything about viniculture from entire growing season in the morning and going to work in the afternoon, and art was super flexible whenever I had a vineyard visit. And one of those vineyard visits were at the Rain vineyard in Occidental area.
Oh, we're talking about
Kalamadavi.
Yeah, Kalamadavi. And Michelle Shroom, the general manager for Rain, was there, and Melanie. But the coincidence is Michelle lived in my hometown for a little bit, and we found out.
What?
I know, because she was living in Argentina, and then she had to leave Argentina to fix her visa and come back. So she was thinking, like, I might just go somewhere in Brazil, but where? And then she Googled, and Fortaleza is really, really beautiful. It's like the beaches in my home state, in Ceará state, are like the most beautiful. We are right by the equator. It's average of 80 degrees like all year long. It's like, what's not to like? So she lived in Fortaleza, and it was like, excuse me. And then I think she Googled like my articles from the newspaper that I used to work for, and could see that I could write. And it's like, you should go back to communications. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't think I can. I felt super self-conscious about writing in English. And she's like, why don't you start with PR? Go do some PR. And so I did. So I took a job in the big PR agency. We're not going to give them a shout out. And then a smaller agency. And then
Nice catch.
oh my goodness, are you all right? Okay. Okay. We just saved a life. I mean, it was just Sam.
Saved your life. Sacrificed a shoulder. I'll be all right. It was my good shoulder, so I'll be fine.
Right. So, yeah. So and then I was developing a lot of relationships with media. And that's when I met Clive. I met Clive 1 or 2 years before I took this job, like probably 2 years before I took this job. Clive Pursehouse, he was the U.S. editor of Decanter up until a month ago. And now he's moved on and he is as executive editor of the new Forbes wine. They're going to start scoring wines as well. So brace yourselves.
Look for the Forbes.
Yeah.
Which they do for restaurants.
I don't know.
There's some Forbes. You get some accreditation from Forbes for restaurants.
Is that right? Okay. I'm not sure.
There's a whole training program.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. So that's how he had someone covering Sonoma for him. But it didn't work out for some reason. And he needed to work on the report for the West Sonoma coast. And he knew that I really knew that region. And he didn't. He's based in Seattle, and he asked for my assistance, and I went and did everything from creating the list of producers of like this. Those are the benchmark producers of the region. Those are the people that emerging producers, but really interesting stuff. Like let's taste with those people and this way, let's visit 101 this way, let's try to go to a vineyard visit with those other people, so he would have a good sense. But at that time, I kept my job in PR. I was just assisting him. But I went and taste with him for 2 full days also, and he asked me to score the wines as an exercise. So I did, and I gave them all my notes and scores. I drove back home. He flew to Seattle. And then a few months after that, he calls me and asked me to go up to IPNC. It was the last year of IPNC. So because he wanted to see if I knew the wines that he knew. It's like how our palate was, calibrated in that sense. And I tasted with a bunch of producers in the Willamette at the time, and I had probably the most meaningful wine experience I ever had in my entire life. We went to Diário vineyards, and Jason Ladd did a vertical tasting of multiple vineyards dating back from the 70s to him and I, Aaron Brooks, and Michael McCarthy. And we were sitting on a table under a tree overlooking the original Diário vineyard, which is the birthplace of the Willamette Valley. And Jason was talking about his dad, David Ladd, and he started crying. I started crying. Aaron started crying. It was beautiful. And the wines were showing beautifully. And that, to me, that's when I fully realized why I'm doing what I'm doing. Because if I was just thinking of my paycheck, I would have run away a long time ago.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a great origin story.
Totally.
I had no idea where we were going. Twists and turns.
I thought there might be
When I talk about the beans, you guys what?
The beans, interior design school, 2 ex-husband.
I was waiting for another ex-husband to get thrown in somewhere.
I'm really trying to not go that way.
Manifest that.
That's not manifest that. You guys say the third time is
Third time's the charm. Yeah, free tries in the circus. No. Or quit while maybe quit while you're ahead.
I don't believe that.
I think the last time you and I talked, we were at Region Wine Bar in Sebastopol, and you were working on something that had to do with the 10 Pinot Noirs in Sonoma County. Has that article been written or come out?
I'm finishing it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it'll be in a magazine in fucking August or something.
Okay.
Now it's online actually, but it's a premium content. I don't know when it's going to be. I'm also writing that I need to finish this weekend. It's a travel story, a California wine trail, from Mendocino to Santa Barbara. Where to drink, where to eat, all those
cool.
drinks. Yeah.
I'm gonna make the list.
I never know.
You never know.
Wait and see.
I don't know if you draw a line from Mendocino to Santa Barbara. Are we even in that?
Well, you got to zigzag, you know? You can't go straight. And then just get on 101 and go.
We'll put in a pit stop at the pea soup place.
Oh, piece of hand.
I didn't.
Yeah, but the only one that's left is out in Santanella, right? It's on I-5.
Yeah, next to Garage.
Yeah, no, yeah, okay. We got to go.
That's so funny.
What's
I've,
that?
I've driven by that place 1,000.
It's all you can eat pea soup. Did you know that?
You go, it's a great bathroom stop on I-5. If you have an electric car, they got like the Tesla superchargers. And then you get, I'm pretty sure it's still a styrofoam cup full of fucking nuclear hot pea soup.
No, it's a free.
No, this is driving.
Oh, this is driving.
This is right.
Again.
This is when we're on the road, and you get get a large cup of molten lava pea soup in a styrofoam cup, and you put it in your cup holder, and you kind of like you can sip off the top as it cools, and it'll make it all the way to the fucking grapevine.
So the styrofoam cup is like cup noodles style?
Oh yeah, totally, like, but even bigger, and it's got like the pea soup logo on the side.
But is there ham?
They give you a lot of different toppings, like crispy bacon,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
tons, and
Next time you're driving down, you're going to be driving down I-5 down there to UCLA a lot next year.
Yeah, maybe.
At least once or twice.
Yeah.
oh yeah, how's that going?
I don't know. My daughter just did. Today is her like official last day of actual class. They did senior pranks last night, so they broke into the high school last night. I don't know if I should be telling this.
Someone allegedly.
One of the kids had a key, and so they broke in and like basically desecrated the classrooms. But it's a tradition, and so
Right.
I think everyone knows they're gonna do it.
To the point that someone has given them
A key,
Yeah.
yeah. But my wife said, "Hey, if she gets arrested, can you go pick her up at the police station?" I'm like, "Oh."
And so it begins.
So they
early for end of the.
well,
What are they going to do?
seniors check out, and so today is senior cut day. So they went in and they
actually lasted long. When I was in high
It's
school,
senior cut day. How about that?
when I was in high school, senior cut day was April 20th.
Oh wow!
Shocking. And the goal, which we didn't quite pull off, was to wake up at the beach, go surfing, which none of us knew how to surf, and then get in the car and then go skiing that same day. Skiing and surfing the same day because we're in fucking California.
Where can you go ski?
Well, you're going to.
last weekend in Tahoe.
Yeah, the mountain now known as Palisades Tahoe stays open late into the season because it's on privately owned land.
But they're such good kids that they went to school this morning and checked in so that the school could get paid for them.
Well, they also wanted to see the reaction to whatever the fuck they did there last night.
Yeah. All right. So if we asked you 3 wines right now that you're really excited about, and obviously we want to know about Sonoma County, but 3 things that, that you would say people, grab this, you should really try this.
Okay. At this point, they should probably be paying me something. I'm just kidding. But I really love the Decanter from Centennial Mountain.
Oh. That was out of
Didn't get
where, yeah.
I figured like first thing we'd hear was Hirsch or something.
Yeah.
No, I really like that wine. And I
Will
would
you say it again?
Caricante.
Caricante.
You know what she's talking about?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Because I have no fucking idea.
You don't? It's a Sicilian variety. That's why it's
Oh, okay.
Bianco.
Who's making that in Sonoma County?
It's Centennial Mountain, which is a project from Reese. Yeah, Kevin is the owner, but the winemaker, oh my goodness, my brain, now they're gonna kill me. But the assistant winemaker is Chantal's husband, Eric. And now he's gonna be like, I'm Chantal's husband. Yes, he's Chantal's husband. She's a badass. Yeah, it's delicious. The wine is really, really delicious. So they had a estate in Sicily for a long time, and they were growing grapes there, making wines, like learning basically was because Kevin comes from Tech. He has the capital to do those kinds of things. Yeah. So when they felt confident that they had nailed the Adna wines, they then brought the cuttings to Sonoma, and they found volcanic soils, different volcanic soils, but nonetheless volcanic soils on top of Centennial Mountain. And they planted there. So they have Caricante, Nerero Mascalese, Nerero Capuccio, which is Carignan, Nebbiolo, Zinfandel.
Okay. They're calling it Zinfandel, not Primitivo?
No, it's Zinfandel.
Wow, this wine is highly rated by critics for its unique ability to mimic volcanic Sicilian whites in
I didn't write that.
California climate. I didn't say.
Oh, just saying.
We're about to order some before this podcast gets published, though, because that sounds like my jam.
Totally.
It's really, really delicious.
Mendocino Ridge, Sonoma County border. Yeah, bright linear acid, lemon lime, chamomile, and saline finish.
You're going to hate that, bro.
Yeah, that sounds horrible.
You know, the other wine that I was going to tell you is not a wine that you want to drink every day, probably, but it's the sherry that Jake is making. The Soleres del Pacifico. What's the name of the wine? Flor de Evangelho. Folha. Flor de Evangelho.
Is this one of the bedrock?
Yeah, it's yeah. We had them on the show when you was first launching that.
Taste that.
We have a bottle of it around here somewhere. We do.
Yeah.
In the fridge, isn't it?
Maybe. I think it is, actually.
It's highly allocated. It's a very small production, so if you're willing to open one right now.
Well, I only collect highly allocated wine, is on it, clearly.
Wow, but it's not expensive.
No.
And it's not that he is trying to make it exclusive. It's just because he can make it more of it. This wine comes from like sparse Palomino, old Palomino vines in the Evangelho vineyard that were being used in the field blends for other producers. Like Tigran Pasalak was like, damn it, it's a shame that I can't use those vines anymore because it really changed the profile of my.
He goes that is like specifically picks the Palomino, right?
Yes, exactly.
Because it's not. I remember him talking about the vineyard, and it's sort of like the different blocks are all field blend.
And there's some Palomino vineyards.
And then and like some blocks the concentration of different varieties changes from block to block.
Right.
So there's some blocks that have like more of the Palomino.
Right.
And, you know.
But there's no block that is dedicated to Palomino. It's more like it's really sparse vines. Yeah. And
pain in the ass.
Totally. But he was willing to do that, and I think Morgan said, "Be my guest."
Well, it's because Morgan probably likes to drink it.
Right, I guess. You know him more than I do, and God forbid I say anything. I know. Shout out to Morgan. We all love Morgan and Joe. I love Joe so much. He's the cutest. He really is. Like Morgan posted a video of him making like a gingerbread house during the holidays. How sweet is that? I mean,
we had a pretty epic dinner after the sorbet tasting last time at Fort Mason, where there was like 20 of us sitting at this table.
Where did you guys go?
To Anchovy Bar, right around the Fillmore, and like an outdoor little parklet.
Yeah. It's next to the Progress. It's the same group. But I would picture you guys at Zuni, but he never went to Zuni.
Really?
Can you believe?
I used to live down the street.
I'm very sheltered.
Yeah, well, I mean, when you live in San Francisco, you go.
Right.
Yeah, Sam Couturi never went to Zuni Cafe. That's the cut.
Air all my fucking dirty laundry out?
That's the cut.
Chicken at Zuni Cafe is legend.
No, I told him that I want to pitch a story. Like the first Sonoma County vineyard, first time.
You're going to say what you really... What? Dirtbag Wine Country Nepo baby finally makes it out of...
Are you going to hate me if I call you an apple baby? Sam Couturi is an apple baby.
So is Morgan, so is Katie. They're all Nepos.
I didn't say that.
But there's nothing like kind of a drizzly day in San Francisco in Zuni,
I know.
looking out the windows
Goodness.
and just sitting in there warm, eating some.
No, any kind of day, to be quite honest, because I learned that the burger, even though it's super expensive,
I love an expensive burger.
it's very expensive. It's delicious and it's the
Over
perfect
$3?
blend. Well, it's because all the toppings, you pay for. It's like, you want cheese, $3. You want bacon, an extra $4. I mean, I'm exaggerating.
You want
but
shaved truffle?
yeah.
$20.
Fuck yeah.
You
Look at that
put
Friday.
a $35 burger out of a sentence, and yeah.
And a $35 glass of champagne. And
I know Jasmine and I we were at Layla last night just having martinis and we were looking at the menu and I saw that the burger was $22 and I said, Jasmine, is it weird that I think that the burger's kind of cheap? Like $22 for a burger? And
clearly
she goes, no, me and you think
our like barometer of what an affordable hamburger is like
totally.
pinned high. Which is the great thing about Smash.
Well, that's what started our whole day yesterday is that we were going to go to Smash because
So Smash is Ari Weisswasser and the Stella / Glen Ellen Star team took over the corner here at what used to be the Taub Family Outpost. And are putting in, it's open today, Burger Joint.
DoorDash?
I mean, it's literally down the street.
Literally, yeah. Dash to their door. I measured the other day, it's 500 feet from the front door of my office to the front door of the restaurant.
Dangerously close.
Dangerously close, especially because there's like adult cocked milkshakes and things like that.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Which is a cocktail. You were about to say, yeah. Adult.
And but like burgers, $12 burl, to like things under $10 to eat on the plaza in Sonoma, which doesn't fucking exist. So
Yeah.
we're excited.
We thought that it was open yesterday, so I went to go get burgers for everyone. Realized they weren't open, so then I got food to go from Valley, and it was going to be like 20 minutes. So I said, well, I'll just go to Psy, the champagne bar, and have a glass of champagne while I'm waiting.
$300 later.
Sold me a bottle of O2 Paul Roger.
That $12 burger is fucking expensive.
The $48
Did you
I was going to spend on burgers turned into like $450.
Expense?
We're deciding it.
We're negotiating that. Yeah.
It all depends on who he drinks it with. If he doesn't drink it with me, it's definitely not a thing.
My goodness. I mean, it could have been one of the wines on the tables.
I have
Saying.
actually I have a specific reason for it, but I think I'm I don't want to. I just want
to make one specific person to play a Joel.
Aaron. Tricking off ain't easy. If you don't follow him on Instagram, you should. He's a big champagne lover, and I just really wanted to troll him with because it even came with the box. She's like, "Do you want the box?" And I'm like, "Are you fucking kidding me? Give me $100."
OWC, original wooden crate.
There's going to be, no boxing for you.
Yeah, totally. Oh, yeah. Find it on winemakerspodcast.com.
What's the last one?
So that's the just bottled 16600
Hey.
Simon's Vineyard Rhone White. So it's Roussan, Marsanne, Viognier. Actually,
it tastes like it's got Viognier.
Yeah, for sure. Actually, it's probably about 40-40-20. So like 40 Roussan, 40 Viognier, 20 Marsanne, if I recall correctly.
I do have a question for you guys. Is that allowed?
What is what allowed?
For the guests to ask questions?
Well, I don't have to answer it. It's my show, but yeah, ask the question.
No, it's about the Rhone varieties in Sonoma, and how did you guys broke in, like the breakthrough in a world of like Chardonnay and Pinot Noir and Zinfandel?
Yeah.
How was that?
We're still working on breaking through, I think. I mean,
I think it's working.
It's working. Part of it is to Brian's origin story. The Girl and the Fig was created in Sonoma Valley, certainly, and regionally, this like bubble of Rhone varietal knowledge and appreciation that per capita outpaces the rest of the wine drinking public. And
Sandra Bernstein and John Jules.
I think that's a big piece of it. And I also think, look, you guys were calling the Ojai Mountain Rhone blend having Chardonnay characteristics. I think that we're beginning to know that unless you're out there where you're covering on, Fort Ross, West Sonoma County, East, West side of Russian River, Seaview, shit like that if you want to get those Burgundian style flavors and textural expressions that in Sonoma County and the west coast of California, where the sun shines, that the Rhone varieties are a good vehicle for that.
Right.
So, did that answer your question?
It does. And I think that the reason why I'm asking you this is because I'm getting a lot more. You mentioned someone, I moderated a panel on alternative varieties a couple weeks ago with Sam Bilbro, Matt Taylor, and Scott Schultz.
From Jolie.
Jolie Lade.
Well, we're going to get Matt Taylor soon. I was talking to
He's really
Give me a moment.
He's like, oh yeah, it's a
little late to the game on it, but
week for Matt Taylor.
We'll get Wine Spectator, we'll get Eric Asimov, and maybe we'll get the Winemakers podcast. We'll see.
I'm here. I feel pretty special.
We feel special.
Yeah. So to me, there's always, when talking about those alternative varieties, people often ask me if at some point we're gonna make the flip back to Mediterranean varieties, which is what we had here before prohibition, right? I don't think so. And I love that there's space for everything. It makes for a much more dynamic wine landscape in the county. And I think that what is really nice to see is that people are finally realizing to plant the right thing at the right places. So maybe you reserve Sonoma Valley, the mountains to other varieties, but not Pinot Chardonnay, and you keep going up north, and what those varieties show really well, and you have a better respect for the variety and the place.
I think that to cover Sonoma County as a wine writer is a daunting. How many fucking miles have you put on your car since you've had this job?
And how many varietals?
I know it's a much harder job than, with all due respect, than what Jonathan Crisati does in Napa, because Napa Valley, I love Napa Valley, but it's a strip mall.
Right.
I'm sorry.
That was the quote I should have got on camera.
And it's basically the same varieties. You're gonna get Sauvignon Blanc, you're gonna get Chardonnay, you're gonna get
Cabernet and Bordeaux.
Yeah, right. The Cab blends, and in here it's everything. There's now, I'm telling you, Nebbiolo being planted in Sonoma County.
Yeah, we have 300, how many, 300 miles of coast or 50 miles of coast in Sonoma County. All these different really dynamic mountain ranges, volcanic soils, valley floors, the Carneros, the
San Pablo Bay exposure.
Right. It's to the point that certainly Pinot Noir and Chardonnay probably are what got us here as a county, but it doesn't make sense to only do those things because these places that are clearly better at other varieties than those, and frankly, they can be next door to each other. You think about Hansel is technically a Moon Mountain district. It is in the Moon Mountain district. There is nowhere else in the Moon Mountain district except for maybe the Kistler Vineyard where you could grow those Burgundian varieties at the level of success that they have there. The neighbors are Monte Rosso, Cayman, Muchas Piedras is right up the road. Couldn't grow any of those things at Hansel the way that we do at those mountains, and vice versa. So yeah, you got the hardest job. You have one of the hardest jobs.
No, I know, and I would love. Can you say that again? Because I want the winemakers to have a little more grace. Seriously, you guys, give me a break. It's hard. And it's just me. I don't have a wine coordinator. No one is breaking my boxes or separating my bottle samples. And yeah.
How many bottles of wine are in your apartment
right now that I need to taste? 12 cases.
I remember when we saw that picture during the pandemic of Esther Mobley's apartment in San Francisco, and the shit was just piling up in her apartment, where basically you just start making coffee tables.
Yeah, and that's what I live in an apartment. I don't live in a house with a garage with a cellar. I live in an apartment, and some days I want to wake up and now look at a bottle of wine. That's impossible.
Keep your eyes closed till you leave the house.
I know. Yeah.
But that's nice. You're sought after. You're desired. You're wanted. You're needed.
Oh, that's survival.
What a nice feeling.
That's survival, sweetheart. Yeah. You guys, that's lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad we got you to sit down.
We need people writing about wine because we don't have time. We're trying to sell wine.
I mean, I need people to want people to write about wine because the reason why I'm not writing more, it's because it's not financially sustainable. People, you say like people are not reading.
Right. So if you're listening, go to Decanter and fucking subscribe.
Yeah.
Get that shit that's behind the paywall.
Right. I think it's yes, there's that. And also, if you love your wines like the 16600 and any other producer, by subscribing to magazines, you also supporting your producers because they are relying on those coverages, right? Like, yeah. So it's an ecosystem. So if we don't all help each other, I think that's no surprise that the wine industry is freaking out right now financially, and that reverberates in the editorial side too. It's like it's yeah.
But we all have to do our jobs to help each other, though.
Correct. That's what means live in a community. So why sit yourself like on the top of a pedestal and sell like $600 bottle of wine? Just saying.
Yeah. Well, we don't have any of those.
That's good.
We got $250 Magnum Cabernet.
Heck yeah.
It's a magnet.
$175 bottle of Oakville Ranch Cab Franc.
You can still stick a straw in that thing.
Yeah, you can.
100%.
It's a 100-pointer. If you say it right now on the microphone, we can put that out on Instagram.
It's from Napa. She can't talk about it.
Oh, God forbid.
What story you got coming up?
I think the next one is winemakers or wine brands that are exploring beyond wine. So, yeah.
Ooh, okay, leave that. Let that sit. Because are we talking about cannabis? Are we talking about
No, other
other
beverages.
Okay.
Like really cool. I love beer. I'm a beer person, and I love pilsners. So Nick, just listen. The winemaker Screaming Eagle. He makes
Abbey Lager.
No way.
I got some.
it's so good.
I don't drink fucking beer. People gave it to me. What am I supposed to do with it? I look at it. It's in my fridge.
Give it away.
To drink. It makes me feel cool. Yeah, I got it.
That was the greatest.
But the thing about beer is, like, don't let it sit because especially pilsners, they don't have a really long shelf life. You need to drink them fresh, like fresh.
I'm gonna have somebody go pick it up and drop it off. It's in my house.
Yeah, freshly brewed.
That was the greatest April Fool's.
And actually, who gave it to me is Hardy Wallace.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
He's supposed to be here. Just kidding.
I invited him to be our guest host, but he had a buyout at the winery at his tasting room.
Good for
Actually, that's what I said.
Get that money.
Don't sell that juice, bro. It's exactly what I said.
Wines. I mean, a wine that I love. What's the name? The crab something?
Oh my God, Full King Crab.
Yes, thank you.
That is the shit.
That one is delicious.
I love that wine.
I love that.
But he always sells out of it. Every time I want it, he's like, no, I don't have any more.
You got to walk 2 blocks and knock on his door almost like every other day.
Well, when Brian's here, he's pretty busy.
Yeah.
We don't let him out much.
Yeah, the Full King Crab is the shit.
It's really delicious. Yeah. You asked me for 3 wines. I think I gave you 3 wines.
So there you go. That's the third wine.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Well, so the best April Fool's posts were the Screaming Eagle in a can.
Yes.
And then Gunlock Bunchu somehow got me with their like reclamation pond that they're going to put like blow like stuff in it and kids could come and have like a water park. I totally believe it.
You're like, oh, let's go.
I didn't believe the Screaming Eagle one, but that one actually had me.
Yeah. So there's him. There's other people making other things. And for different reasons. What I wanted to showcase is like people don't venture out of wine just for passion. It's not just another creative outlet. I think sometimes it's a business strategy. Sometimes it's a way to get rid of a byproduct of wine. Like Jamie Kutch is making a brandy with the lees of his Pinot Noir. And he was like, it's so complicated to discard those things.
I love that. I love when people make piquette because I'm like, let's get one more use out of that.
And the brandy is pretty good. Yeah, the brandy is pretty good. He doesn't make a lot of it, and it sells out every time. So it's a good way to use those lees and not discard them out there. Yeah.
All right, we got to get out.
We gotta get. I gotta get an airplane.
I think
You gonna get an airplane?
I'm doing my ministry tasting right now. I believe they're just about to dig into the 2015 science. Or I get in there and try it.
Thank you so much.
Thanks you so much.
I really loved it, and that was the first time I was on a podcast.
Really?
Really?
Well, you did pretty good.
Would have never known.
Right.
Yeah. Thank you.
We do appreciate all the work you do, and
Thank you.
yeah.
I'm looking forward to actually sitting down with you and presenting wine to you in a formal way.
It's coming up. Yeah.
And district.
Yeah.
We're going to talk because I want to make sure that you taste the rest of the 16600 lineup that's from other appellations also.
Sounds good.
Cool.
All right, guys, subscribe,
Review.
all that stuff. Unless we said something you don't like, then
Go find it doesn't have to be Decanter. Find one of the wine publications out there and subscribe. Pay them a little money.
Yeah.
That's how this whole thing.
And find the writers who are also trying to create content online, because I'm going to have to do this too. So stay tuned, because it's a way to communicate. We have to diversify our communication channels, and there's so many people creating so much good content online. So, yeah.
Well, do it. So I think people want to know a little bit more about the person that they're listening to. So if you can do it in a way where you get a little bit of your personality in there, then I think before.
Yeah. Okay.
Our dear friend Anna Carolina Quintela cannot do anything without putting some of her personality into it. Thank God.
You better believe that. Yeah. Well, thank you. I'll see you guys soon. Soon meaning like maybe tomorrow. No, just kidding, but pretty soon. Yeah.
All right, off to Smash Burger.
Smash.
Bye.